karate, 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 karate.
Hello! Cobra Kai Season 4 is happening. It's a thing and it will most likely be on our screens at some point in early 2022. This much we know because showrunner John Hurwitz said so. What's going to happen? Who else is coming back to the rival dojos of Reseda? Will they ever cast an Asian actor in a leading role? Join us as we delve into the mysteries of karate. A quick recap for those who got on the bus late. Daniel LaRusso relocated from New York to Reseda in the 80s. He started dating cheerleader Ali Mills, fell foul of school bully Johnny Lawrence, and learned car washing, fence painting, and pest control from the tolerant local handyman Mr. Miyagi. Over the course of several sequels, Daniel-san used ever more improbable karate techniques to defeat an increasingly mean set of opponents who were, in turn, manipulated by adult villains, including Johnny's karate teacher, Mr. Miyagi's former love rival in Okinawa, and Johnny's teacher's former Vietnam War comrade who was literally a toxic waste dealer and, worse, had a ponytail. That's the movies. In Cobra Kai, YouTube Red and later Netflix picked up the continuity 30 years later. Daniel was a slightly smug, well-to-do car salesman, and Johnny was down on his luck, out of work and estranged from his family. After rescuing a neighbour's kid from bullies using his karate skills, Johnny began the slow road to redemption by reopening the notorious Cobra Kai dojo. Except now he was kind of a flawed good guy, and Daniel was the douchey one. Daniel was always the douchey one, come on. Anyway, Daniel ended up reopening the Miyagi-Do karate school and a lot of silly mistakes, misunderstandings and bitter rivalry ensued. Could it get any worse? For Season 2, Johnny's hard nut teacher John Kreese came back on the scene, about as welcome as a horse apple in a fruit salad, and he messed everything up for everyone with his no mercy philosophy, eventually provoking a kind of team up between the Miyagi-Do crew and the good guys from Cobra Kai, who had by now split off to form a new dojo, Eagle Fang. They know eagle, though they don't have fangs, but mongooses are fake animals. Together, they will face Kreese's Cobra Kai at the All Valley Karate Tournament, with no less at stake than the heart and soul of junior martial arts instruction in Reseda, California. That brings us up to the present. What can we expect from Season 4? Here's what you can expect from Season 4. At the end of Season 3, Daniel nearly kills Kreese in a fight. As always, when push comes to shove comes to the Miyagi-Do pressure point technique, Kreese turns to his old friend, the slimy businessman and part-time warlord Terry Ponytail. Turns out Mr. Tail owes Kreese for the rest of his life after Kreese took his place in a fight to the death over a snake pit during a, shall we say, one-sided depiction of the Vietnam War. So far all we've seen of Terry and Cobra Kai outside of flashbacks is an old photo and a mysterious phone call which could technically have been to anyone, but it was totally him. Showrunner John Hurwitz has said, "You could guess who might have been on the other end of that call based off the photo that he was looking at there. But we can't really speak to how Terry Silver would respond to that call, or whoever was on the other end of that line would respond to that call." Which perhaps only means that at the time they hadn't actually got the actor Thomas Ian Griffith to sign on the dotted line. He'd already posted this on Instagram though. "Maybe I'll see my old friend again soon." So he's clearly up for it, and even Elizabeth Shue came back last year. But there have been no casting announcements yet. Griffith kept himself busy until 2017, writing and producing the supernatural cop show Grimm, but since that ended, he's presumably had more time on his hands to practice his moves. Viewers will remember that Terry Silver was the silver dagger to John Kreese's blunt instrument, the Loki to his Thor, the brain to his Pinky. Superficially charming, successful and clever, he gradually turned Daniel away from Mr. Miyagi and almost managed to get him to join the dark side permanently. If he returns to Reseda, we can expect to see the same kind of mind games that Kreese can't pull off, along with a ton of dirty money. But is Daniel wise enough now to resist his temptations? And how long will his new alliance with Johnny last against Silver's tactics? Daniel isn't known for his genius IQ or for keeping his temper, and the entire story of the Karate Kid franchise from start to finish has been about learning balance in your life. Our prediction is that Silver will drive a wedge between Daniel and Johnny, probably using their kids like Kreese did, and only at the end will they see through the subterfuge and find their integrity and inner harmony once again. Or maybe Elizabeth Shue can helicopter in for a school reunion and give them another pep talk about how they're basically the same person under the skin. That'll probably fix it. What about the kids? Robbie seems to have gone full Anakin and become the star pupil at Cobra Kai. There's no question that a large part of Season 4 will be about Johnny and Daniel's attempts to win him over and prove they're not total deadbeat losers after all. The boy's looking for a father figure, and John Kreese, aka the horse apple in the fruit bowl, really is the last person on earth you'd want as your dad. John Hurwitz has said of Robbie, "Does he embrace the quote-unquote dark side in every way, or do the lessons of his past have an impact as well? Season 4 certainly has a strong journey for the Robbie character." So much for the Robbie character. The Hawk character meanwhile, has done a Kylo Ren and swapped back to the Eagle Fang gang after undergoing a mysterious epiphany during the end-of-season brawl. We want to know exactly what caused him to swap sides, but the bigger question, quite literally hanging over him, is this finally the year that he gets a sensible haircut? Then there's Samantha. All we can say is someone who's going to be doing a lot of chores to make up for smashing the whole place up at the end of season 4, and it's not going to be little Anthony. Her biggest threat, of course, is Tori. There's no denying the impeccably groomed badass has been handed a crappy set of cards in life, but she played them badly, got herself expelled from school, and left off the last season with the threat that her fight with Sam will never be over. Which sounds familiar. Who's up for a Cobra Kai reboot in 2051?